Krishna Bus Tour by Mitra Das. Chapter 1, Krishna Road. I found Maharha sleeping on the couch. "You were moving around so much last night," she said. "You kept me awake." "Sorry about that." "You have a lot going on." She folded her bedding, because the living room should look nice, even if it's at 4 a.m. "Whoever buys this house is lucky. You did a good job on it." "It only took me 20 years. I helped her carry her blankets upstairs. Now, I've got 2 weeks to finish the soffit and fascia, some paint in the kitchen." "Is that what you were doing in your sleep, climbing ladders? It seemed like you were dancing." "I might have." She opened the closet. "This house is a work of art." With the bedding put away, it was time for our morning meditation rituals. The two of us sat in the temple room I'd sketched out on graph paper many years earlier. A peaceful morning of focus would ensure a productive day. The birds hadn't yet started their morning song. There were no distractions, but my beads tangled into knots as I counted prayers on them. I had to pull them out of their bag several times to untangle them. I tried to bring my focus back to the mantra. I was determined to prove the astrologers wrong when they'd said we'd be moving soon. We loved our location, the house and the land. Another interesting thing the astrologers said was that Maharha and I would enter a happy period, like when you first met, only better. Maharha glanced with concern as I pulled my beads from the bag yet again to disentangle them. The previous day, young men in rusty pickup trucks had bought my tools, while their wives in long homemade dresses picked over Maharha's kitchen things. We'd been just like them when we'd moved to North Carolina, 20 years younger and buying broken tools at yard sales. Now it was our turn to pass things along. As the sky reddened, I went outside to chant with the birds. Ours was the first family to settle on the dusty dirt road surrounded by 300 acres of Krishna community. The county said we could name the road if we picked something they could pronounce. We called it Krishna Road. Our community grew. Krishna Road was busy, especially in the summer, when families drove to the pond at one end of it, their kids hanging out the car windows, calling our son Narayan to join them. Each day, Chitra would gallop by on her white horse at teenage speed, followed by Lalita on her four-wheeler. From our dining room window, we'd watch the kids from across the valley walk down the hill and disappear into the tree line along the creek, to emerge again in the field where vegetables grew in straight rows. We'd try to guess who they were. "Is that Tilak?" "I think it's Vish." "Who's he with?" If my work was done, I'd join them at the pond or take a few kids up the creek in our backyard to play on boulders and in waterfalls. All those kids eventually grew up, went to college, and moved away. And then there was no more traffic on Krishna Road and a for sale sign on our driveway. My son helped load the car. "We're not coming back," I said. "After the tour, you're going straight to college. Are you going to miss this place?" Narayan pushed his duffel bag into the trunk. "Not really." Maharha carried large grocery bags out from our house. "This bag is your lunch, and this one is snacks. And this one is—" "Thanks, Mom," Narayan said. "Make sure you eat this first. I put spoons in this bag, and—" "I wish you could come with us," I said to Maharha. "I know they'd love you on the bus tour." "I would enjoy being with them," Maharha said, "but I need a little time to myself." "You'll have plenty while we're gone," I said. The three of us hugged, still not used to our son being taller than us. Krishna Road gravel crunched under our tires as we drove past the empty houses. Here we go again, I said. 500 miles to Alachua. Plenty of snacks, Narayan patted the bags. We're well stocked. This wasn't our first bus tour. Over Christmas break, Narayan and I had ridden deep into Mexico. This summer was the 20th anniversary of the bus tour program, and the tour organizer said this one would be the mother of all bus tours. Your chance to scratch everything off your bucket list. Niagara Falls, Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, with 50 of the best people in the world. I just noticed something, I said to my son. You're the same age as the bus tour. Oh yeah, 20. Any news from your phone? You've been on it all morning. A lot of kids are coming from England. Anyone we know? Not yet. There were a couple of British kids with us in Mexico. What did you think of them? They were fun. Not what I was expecting. What were you expecting? Boring. And polite? Yeah, but they were fun. And they speak our language. Narayan returned to texting friends, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I was determined not to worry, but it was like trying to keep my tongue from probing the space where a tooth had once been. Moving is on the list of the top 5 events that cause stress, and here I was, driving merrily across the country, leaving my wife behind in a house for sale and our things packed in boxes. Also, I'd been dropped from my job just a week before the tour. I suddenly found myself unemployed, which is also on the top 5 list. Maharha was dealing well with the changes. When the news came that I was unemployed, she urged me to keep my word, saying, "They're counting on you. They need you to drive the bus." We didn't even know where we were moving to. We'd become restless, like birds about to migrate. Maybe zigzagging across the country would give us a clue where to land. It wouldn't make us any money, but it would be fun. Was I being selfish? Dad, Narayan was exploring the snack bags. How are you doing? Do you want me to drive for a while? Sure. We'll stop for gas pretty soon. I can use a break.